The officers immediately start fishing for answers, demanding to know why Plord is there. He refuses to take the bait, and that's when things spiral. They detain him under Section 43 on grounds so flimsy they fall apart the moment you hear them. What follows is a textbook display of ignorance and overreach, one that ends with Plord filing a lawsuit and standing firm, refusing to settle.
Hello.
Hiya.
You alright?
I'm not too bad.
What are you doing here today?
Pardon?
What are you doing here?
Well, first of all, can you identify yourself properly?
Yeah, I can identify myself. I'm PC Notes, attached to Wimbledon Police Station.
And your shoulder number?
You can see my shoulder number.
Well, not everyone can read numbers, that's why I'm asking you to
Can't
identify.
read. Okay, it's 3199. See
No worries. And yourself?
My name's PC Brito and my shoulder number is 2463.
Cool. Thank you very much.
And what are you doing here today?
I'm doing a bit of filming.
Okay. For any particular reason or?
No, that's it.
No, just want to film
Yep.
back gates of the police station. Are you willing to give us your name or anything like that?
Why would I need to give you my name for?
You don't need to, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know, but why would I need to?
You don't need to.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm asking, would you like to give us your name?
No,
No, you wouldn't.
No.
Okay. Where are you from? Do you know?
that's irrelevant.
Pardon?
That's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yep.
What?
Well, why did it matter where I'm from?
It doesn't, I'm just asking.
Okay.
These are just normal questions I'm asking.
Yeah, but if it doesn't matter, then there was no need to ask it.
The encounter kicks off with a female officer diving straight in for Plord's name. No suspicion, no offense, just a push for personal details she has no right to demand. Plord refuses, and is absolutely correct. Under UK law, unless it's suspected of certain offenses, like antisocial behavior under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, he isn't required to give her anything. That should have ended it right there, but instead, she shifts tactics. "Where are you from?" she presses, as if geography somehow changes the legality of filming in public. When Plord calls her out, she shrugs it off with, "These are normal questions." Except they are not. They are not investigative. They are not evidence-based. They are just fishing. And none of it alters the simple truth. Plord is filming legally in public.
I'm under no obligation to give you my name.
At this moment in time, I'm going to detain you for a purpose of search. I'll be searching today under Section 43 of the Terrorism
Okay,
Act.
right. Under Section 43,
Give me a
you need
second,
to give me the
second.
specific part of Section 43. Don't just give me a number, you need to give me the specific part. And also as well, okay, to do with actually having so-called evidence to use Section 43, you need to make sure that you get this done correctly, and you tell me
with all
what
due
site,
respect,
what
can you-
actual
we're gonna just do our
part of
job.
Section 43.
yeah,
No, it will be an unlawful search.
You can make a complaint.
It will be an
afterwards,
unlawful
okay?
search.
And if you want to complain
and
about it,
if you feel that way, you can make a complaint
Okay.
afterwards. But this
So-
is what we're going to do here and now. If you have an issue with that,
what is your where is your actual proof of hostile reconnaissance?
we've explained to you.
Where is your proof of that?
at this moment in time, mate,
We don't
I
need
haven't
to-
even gotten to my grounds just yet.
So what is
As I
your
said, I
no?
just-
You're calling me a terrorist. You're doing
not
it under
calling
the
you a terrorist, I'm
you're
calling
doing it under the Terrorism Act. Is that or is that not calling me a terrorist? If
No.
you were going to search me under the Terrorism Act, no,
No.
no.
After Plord calmly asserts he has no legal obligation to give his name, the male officer leaps straight to detention under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. That's one of the most serious stop powers in UK law, reserved only for situations where there are reasonable suspicions of terrorism. Refusing to provide a name doesn't even come close. Plord responds exactly as he should, asking the officer to identify the specific part of Section 43 that justifies the search. The officer can't. No quote from the Act, no articulated suspicion, no link to terrorism whatsoever. And that failure matters, because the law requires officers to state their grounds clearly before any search begins. Instead, the officer exposed himself as untrained, unprepared, and completely out of his depth.
Please make sure that you quote me the specific part of Section
Right,
43 that you're going to do this under.
As I said, you'll be searched today under
No,
Section-
you need to make
Section
sure
43
that
of the
you
Terrorism
actually
Act.
give me the specific part
reason
of
being-
Section 43.
The reason being why I'm searching you today, sir, is because you've been quite evasive towards us when we come and...
What?
spoken
Because I don't want to give you my name.
Yes.
Okay.
All questions.
Am I under any
That's
legal
fine.
obligation to
You're
give you
not,
my name?
however,
So
but-
how is that then?
But
How
you've
is
not
that
really
then?
given us- you're not really giving
Well,
us
it's a
a-
public
Very
building. I'm
suspicious.
standing in public. Well, hang on,
Outside the
hang on.
police station filming it.
Is that against the law? Is,
You
what
don't
I'm
need to
doing
break
is
the law.
what I'm doing.
You don't
Is
need
it
to break
against
the
the law?
to be searched.
Okay,
You
but
need
what
to
I,
be
no, but you're searching me
suspected,
under the
and we
Terrorism
have
Act.
suspicion
Okay,
to search
so
you.
your reasonable
And we-
suspicion,
We're not
what is
arguing.
it?
We're going to search you.
Okay, right. Well, we'll go for it. Okay,
fine,
but it
as
will
I
be.
said.
It's completely unlawful.
Well, then you can make a complaint
You can make
afterwards,
a
can't you?
complaint.
Okay,
fine.
It's completely unlawful.
Okay, make a
and
complaint
abuse of
afterwards.
powers.
If you feel like that,
Okay.
make a complaint afterwards.
Right, because
It's all
I
being
would
recorded.
really,
You're
really want
recording
to know.
it. We're
I don't
recording
worry,
it.
yep. And I
So
will
you can
carry
make
on
a complaint.
recording.
So you're going to be searched.
That's fine.
Okay.
You'll be
Then
searched
make
today.
complaint.
Okay.
As I said, the grounds being for the search is, because you've not really given us an actual
I don't have to
excuse as
give
why
you
you're
my
here.
name.
You've been
Well,
evasive
you've
towards
already
us.
said that it's because
You've
I won't give
also
you my
been
name.
quite obstructive at the
All
moment in
right.
time
Yep.
with the search.
Okay.
All right.
The moment Claude pushes back, the officer shrugs it off with, "Make a complaint." That's not accountability, it's arrogance. It's the response of someone who knows their actions won't stand up to scrutiny but hides behind the system, confident it will shield them. That dismissive attitude says more about the culture than the stop itself. The law comes second. Ego comes first. When pressed for proper grounds, the officer finally blurts out the real reason. Claude hasn't answered their questions about why he's there. That alone exposes how hollow the detention is. Refusing to explain yourself while standing on public land isn't suspicious. It's a legal right. Section 43 requires reasonable suspicion of terrorism. The officer reduced it to, "You didn't give me the answers I wanted." That's not law. That's guesswork.
No, because I'm
And you've
questioning.
also-
I'm
you've
questioning the law.
That's fine. And also, the reason why we're searching today is because you've literally the only place that we've actually saw you search or film was the actual back door of a police.
Well, that
gate.
you've seen.
That's fine.
That you've seen.
Which is a
Okay.
bit suspicious, and that's why
Well,
I'm doing
no,
it.
no.
I
What
said-
you got to remember, that's your own feelings.
That's fine, sir.
That's your own
That's fine,
feelings.
but you're still gonna get
okay, it's
searched.
not what the law is.
You'll be
Okay.
detained
Yeah.
and you will be searched today
Yeah.
under Section 43 of Terrorism Act. All right.
Have you been searched before, sir?
That's irrelevant.
It might be irrelevant.
That's irrelevant. I know, mate. It's a joke. They're searching me because I'm filming. Yeah, I know, mate. Bunch of turds, nothing more.
That's a bit rude.
Well, no, it's not.
We've only been pleasant to you.
No, you're not. You're abusing my legal rights.
I don't think we're abused.
No, you are. You're abusing your powers. End of story. You're
If you think
abusing your
that,
powers.
That's absolutely fine.
as we said, if you feel that that's the case, then you can always make.
Oh, don't worry, I will be.
That's fine.
Okay.
We've
You
never-
couldn't even
we've never
quote.
told you-
You could not even quote me the Pacific part of Section
That's fine. Just
43.
turn around for me, sir.
Okay. You could not even quote me the right part of Section 43.
Well, do so. I'm
You
going
don't
to put
need
this
to.
inside your bag, all right?
Yeah, you do need to if you read
Okay.
it correctly and what
All
the
right.
law actually is.
As the search drags on, Claude lands a knockout line. "You couldn't even quote me the specific part of Section 43. He's not asking for a technical recital. He's demanding the one safeguard the law is built on. Section 43 only applies when an officer reasonably suspects someone is a terrorist. That's the standard. That's a check on abuse. And that's exactly what Claude wanted them to put on record. The female officer's response is damning. "We don't need to." That's flatly false. They absolutely do. Section 43 is one of the heaviest stop powers on the books, and with that comes a duty to state both the authority being used and the specific ground for suspicion. The Terrorism Act 2000 and Pace Code, it couldn't be clearer. Brushing it off as unnecessary isn't a slip. It's either shocking ignorance or outright disregard for the law.
You know how to make a complaint if you're...
Oh, don't worry, I do.
Okay, I'm sure you've
Okay.
probably done it before.
All right.
But it's all recorded on our body worn,
That's
which will
fine.
be uploaded.
That's
and once
fine.
you make that
Well,
complaint, they'll review the
as
body
I
worn.
said,
They'll
okay,
be able to review.
make sure that you upload it properly and don't damage it.
Don't damage it.
Yeah.
They're quite hardcore. I don't think they're that
Okay.
easy to damage.
Well, you two definitely ain't hardcore. Okay.
But even if
you
it-
two are an absolute joke.
Okay, well, even if the camera does get damaged in any way, you can still
Okay.
make the complaint. Any
No worries.
questions? No? Okay.
Any questions? Why would there be any questions for you abusing my rights?
Being kind.
For you,
If you have any questions.
seriously, you're going to try and be kind, considering you just abused my rights.
We haven't.
Yes, you have.
Have a lovely
You're an
day.
absolute joker.
Okay.
Bunch of turds, nothing more. Okay. Absolute bunch of turds.
Claude even tries to hand the officers a letter from a National Police Chiefs Council, the body that issues national policy and guidance for every force in the country. This isn't optional advice. It's a framework frontline officers are expected to follow. The letter he holds is almost certainly the NPCC's guidance on photography and counterterrorism powers, which has been crystal clear for years. The public has every right to film in public, and using terrorism legislation to clamp down on lawful photography is unlawful. So this wasn't just a random printout. It was the official position of UK policing, backing up everything Claude had been telling them from the start.
Okay,
And how
the
long have you
number,
been a police
the number,
officer?
the number is not the law. The number is not the law.
And how
It's
long
the
have you been a
wording
police
is what
officer
is the law.
How long
Well,
have you
you
been a
definitely
police
don't know your job, do you? Okay,
Well,
you
you obviously
definitely
don't-
well and
you
truly
certainly
do
don't
not
know
know
my
your
job
job
either.
because all what you're doing is you're abusing powers.
getting very angry over nothing.
Yeah, because I'm getting frustrated because of a turd such as you that think you can search me like this.
That's very rude.
Okay,
We've not actually been rude to you at all.
Right.
No. Now you
absolute
say
disgrace. Absolute disgrace, the pair of you. Okay, complete blatant use of powers.
Why are you so against us searching you?
You've abused your power, okay?
There's
You
no-
said that you got
okay.
reasonable grounds, okay? As I already stated, okay?
It doesn't.
Now, as I said, now there's that, okay? I would like you to take
I
that,
don't
okay?
want
Right, do you know who the MPCC are?
Yes.
Okay, yeah?
I don't think I need that though.
Why not? Why not? Because you're going to find out that... Yes, it is, because you're going to find out from this, from the MPCC, that what you've just done is unlawful. Okay, and
know
it
what
clearly,
it's
clearly
not.
states that. No, it's not, okay? You talk utter crap.
And I actually.
You took
it's
utter
been
crap.
searched.
The both of you, okay? You both took part in the actual... Well, either way, you searched my bag, you're a part of it, okay? You're a part of it,
Okay.
right? And you're both an utter disgrace.
After finally shoving the stop and search form into Claude's hand, the officers retreat back inside. But the story didn't end there. In his update, Claude revealed he'd been offered a £1,500 settlement to quietly drop the case, and he refused. That's massive.
Just a couple of quick updates. So first of all, on these two tyrants here, these two tyrants, I've had an offer of £1,500, but it's been declined, and that's how it'll be because I want them in court, and that's it.
Most people would grab the quick payout, but Claude chose a harder road: court. He wants the officers' conduct dragged into the open and tested under the full weight of the law. This isn't just about money. It's about accountability. If the case reaches judgment, the payout could dwarf the £1,500 offer. Past rulings on unlawful stop and search and false imprisonment have awarded £5,000 to £10,000 or more, especially when aggravated damages are added. The real difference is this: a settlement is private, where the force admits nothing and buries the story. A court ruling is public, permanent, and forces those failures into the spotlight. By rejecting the offer, Claude ensured this won't vanish as another taxpayer-funded hush payment. A win in court won't just cost money, it will stain records and set precedent. What this episode laid bare is a deeper issue. Section 43 is one of the most serious stop powers in UK law, yet the officers using it couldn't quote it, couldn't explain it, and clearly didn't understand the standard it requires. That isn't just a slip, it's dangerous. Handing extraordinary powers to officers without proper training invites abuse, and that's exactly what we saw: unlawful detention dressed up as counter-terror policing. The pattern was clear from start to finish: fishing questions, ignoring NPCC guidance, dismissing accountability with arrogance, and when Claude pushed back with the law, their professionalism collapsed into ego. They reached for terrorism powers not out of necessity, but out of frustration. These weren't minor mistakes. They exposed systemic gaps in training, accountability, and judgment. Claude turned one unlawful stop into a reckoning, and whatever happens in court, the damage to the force's reputation is already done. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me keep bringing you independent coverage. Thanks for watching. This was Rate the Audit, and I'll see you in the next one.